So Chance the Rapper has become a bit of a meme lately, and I get it. You know, he hasn't been the same for a while, but I choose to remember him for the good time. He's had bright spots like his verse on PTSD. But hey, to prove that Chance the Rapper wasn't that bad of a rapper, I thought I should look at one of my favorite Chance the Rapper songs. The one I'll be talking about today is one of the songs on Coloring Book, and the song in question is Same Drugs.
Do the same drugs no more.
This was the first Chance the Rapper song I ever heard, and I loved it from the beginning. It was like 8th grade, and I remember that I was trying to get into more rappers that weren't just surface level. And this was either right before the Grammy or when he won the Grammys. I love this song so much, I bought a Chance the Rapper 3 hat. The sticker fell off and all, but I still have it, and I still wear it every once in a while. But like, yeah, let me get into it. And for reference, I'll be using the one in the music video rather than the one on the album, because once you hear the music video version, the one on the album, just like compare how they start. And that's the difference for me, you know, something about that orchestral sound in the beginning just gets me every time, and there's something towards the end as well. But I'm gonna try to get to that later. The song starts with the chorus.
Do the same drugs no more. We don't do the same.
And although you might look at the hook and think this song is about drugs, according to Chance the Rapper, this song is not about drugs. He just uses drugs as a metaphor for various things. And let's put it like this, drugs can mean anything. If it really bothers you, just pretend he's saying we don't do the same stuff, because that's basically it. That's the hook. That's what he's saying. He gets to elaborate on what he means by not doing the same drugs in the first verse. In the first verse, he goes on to describe separation through growing up, which was one of my biggest fears growing up. Like, the fact that people just lose touch with time is crazy to me.
I thought you never.
Not only with friends, but family as well. You're like, shit just seemed awful to me. And the way he does this is by alluding to the story of Peter Pan, and kind of in the same way that Peter Pan chooses not to grow up, Chance doesn't either. And by the end of the verse, he kind of realizes how he was wrong.
Oh, it's too late, oh, it's too late.
In the second verse, it turns into a conversation between the girl and Chance, which is better illustrated in the video, by the way. And I never knew who the girl's voice was until just now when I checked Genius, because I'm dumb and I had never looked for it. But she also snaps, and now that I know her name, I gotta look into her music. But the second verse on this song is even better than the first. That kind of shows the difference in mentality between these two people. And it does a great job showing you from the beginning with Chance the Rapper saying, "Where did you go?" and the girl replying, "Why did you stay?" A simple line like that properly shows the difference in mentality. You know, I always like when a story shows me instead of telling me. But then Chance the Rapper's character kind of dismisses it by saying, "Yeah, you must have lost your marbles, dog," which kind of better illustrates how childish this person is. And by the end of the verse, they kind of reminisce and look back to the better days, probably recognizing that it wasn't meant to be. And honestly, I just like this verse a lot because it says a lot with very little. It just gets straight to the point, but it still lets you imagine what they're talking about. And I like how the story on the verse progresses to the story on the hook. Chance being the person that wants to go back to that relationship because he's so stuck on the past and doing the same drugs. But I think the girl is looking at it from a perspective of, man, isn't it crazy that we used to do the same drugs? Like, sure, she recognizes that it was fun, but I think she's over it. But my favorite part of the song is by far the outro, which I would let roll in its entirety if the video wouldn't get taken down. The first time that I heard "Don't Forget the Happy Thoughts, All You Need Is Happy Thoughts," I was blown away. I could not believe how good this song was. Like, low-key, I don't remember well, but I wouldn't be surprised if 8th grade me was almost crying over there. And that's mainly because that's how I've lived life, you know, forgetting about the sad thoughts or the bad thoughts and just remembering the happy one. And again, this verse just keeps impressing. And listen, I would keep breaking down the outro, but I want you to go to the music video because the explosion that the outro has towards the end is really a fantastic listening experience. And really, I don't want to rob you from that experience in this crappy 6-minute rant that I make. When I look at a song like Same Drugs, the reason why I think this story is so special is because it tells a story about growing up. And me being someone who always I didn't want to grow up, I can relate to the story. And now that I'm a bit more grown up than I was in 8th grade, I can look back at this song and admire it for much more than just that. Using the story of Peter Pan to show this relationship where one person is stuck in wanting to be in the past, and just seeing the other person outgrow that relationship, it's a good story. So I just edited the last bit, and because I was using so many clips from the YouTube video, I kind of realized why they were using puppets, because Chance doesn't want to grow up and the puppets are kind of like there to give you this Sesame Street type feel. And my appreciation for this song just went up mid-editing. So yeah, this song, it's classic. And I see the imagery, I see the details, I see the storytelling that makes everything come in together lyrically. And then you add in the instrumentation, the vocals, and even the music video is kind of really dope. And it is hard for me to say that this isn't one of the best songs I ever heard, and one of the most underrated, because even as it relates to Chance the Rapper songs, people are not putting this up there. And I understand why to a certain point, but there needs to be a level of respect for this song that there isn't right now. This song is just one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard, and I don't even know what else to say. I would recommend for you to check out the music video version of this song, because the outro is gonna be worth it, I promise. And it's one of the few songs that I can say has changed the way that I look at life, and it's the reason why I always respect Chance the Rapper for the artist that he is. And you know, there's really not much else that I can say, so I'm just gonna let the outro roll, you know.